We're here for another edition of the Outlook series, and I'm your host, Mike Lippis. DevOps implementation poses a variety of challenges for organizations. Gaining seamless connectivity between the tools to be used for DevOps is a major one. Without cross-tool data syncing and real-time collaboration between Dev and Ops, it's difficult to achieve process continuity and automate the DevOps lifecycle. Once integrated, cross-tool data from development and operations tools become readily available to every project stakeholder for their use. Now joining us to discuss integrated DevOps is Bipin Shah. Bipin is the CEO of Coveair Software. Bipin Shah, welcome to the Outlook series.
Thank you, Michael. Nice to be with you again.
Yes, so now Bipin, what is DevOps?
I think the term originated from the standpoint of development groups and operations groups working together to develop and deploy any application as a collaborative team. And that's why you have the dev and the ops in the name.
So what is the need of DevOps then?
Basically, the need is to create more releases much more efficiently and without compromising on quality.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is Coveair's integrated DevOps?
So at Coveair, our DevOps, which we have announced recently, we're leveraging the integration of about a dozen tools around our Omnibus platform, which is a popular integration platform for ALM tools, all kinds of tools, to deliver, for the customer, everything from requirements or issue initiation, development, testing, acceptance of, beyond testing, and production deployment, all managed through the single Coveair workflow as well as our platform.
I see. So what is Coveair's DevOps vision and strategy?
I think our vision is to add intelligence to our DevOps solution. And I know everybody's using AI and machine learning of late, but our vision is to adopt some of the capabilities of machine learning into our DevOps, and that's why we're calling it intelligent DevOps beyond the integrations that we have.
Ah. Now, what is Coveair's product offering for DevOps?
So our value proposition is to manage the entire life cycle, first of all, from initiation of requirements to final deployment. Unlike, some of the offerings are focused very heavily on the back end. With the help of a single platform that provides, all the management visibility across multiple phases of, you can call it the DevOps lifecycle.
Mm-hmm. Now, what market changes are you seeing in DevOps now?
Well, first of all, there's a wider use in the DevOps capability. And I'd say that the focus comes from, most CIOs and management are going through what is called digital transformation of enterprises. And for that, you need much faster deployment of application. That is the key. And that's why more and more companies, more and more enterprises are looking at DevOps.
Mm-hmm. So what is your DevOps strategy for the enterprise market?
I think we will talk about, change and culture change and all that later on. But I think our strategy is to address the market with what I call minimum disruption of the tools environment in companies, right? Mm-hmm. So try to do this efficiently, cost-effectively, and with intelligent metrics availability by integrating majority of the tools that we have today with the addition of a couple more.
Mhm. Now, so what is your DevOps strategy in the open source market?
Yeah, strange that you asked that. So all of the integrations that we do with different tools, 50% of these tools are open source tools.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when I say dozen integrations in my early answer, right, we're saying about half the tools are open source tools. And what this does is, makes the solution much more cost effective and much more easy to deploy and start using.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing that's actually different?
I think our differentiation comes from the way we have put this whole thing together. Okay, people will tell you in general that, hey, there's no single DevOps tool. Now, what we have tried to do here with all these integrations around our Coveair platform and with our workflow to orchestrate basically a one-stop solution that addresses everything from, as I said, from requirements to final deployment.
Now, so why Coveair for DevOps?
Well, if you read our press release when we announced the product, I said this was a very natural transition for us because we have 70 plus tools integration already in the market, and picking the right tools along with our platform capabilities and the omnibus, capability, it was natural for us to come up with a solution.
So how do you compare to popular DevOps tools like Jenkins and Puppet?
Yeah, the simple answer is we are incorporating these tools in our integration. So they are part of our solution.
Mm-hmm.
We've not tried to exclude them, but actually enhance their capability through the Coveair platform.
I see. Now, how does DevOps interact with ALM, or Application Lifecycle Management?
The simple answer, if I go back to the definition of DevOps as we talked in your very first question, that ALM is the front end of DevOps, right? So ALM, if you typically talk about ALM, requirements management, testing, issue tracking, all of that is typically the front end of ALM or ALM. And beyond testing, when you have the product already tested, etc., the release, the deployment, all those are the back end of DevOps, right? Mm-hmm. So ALM fundamentally is the front end of DevOps. Uh-huh. And we play there too, and since our platform has all these capabilities, we can leverage all of those in what I call our total DevOps solution.
Ah. Now, how is your DevOps product working with other Coveair products?
You mean other Coveair? Okay, so one of the advantages looking at it from a customer perspective, if they're already using, let's say, the Coveair ALM platform or the Coveair Omnibus, they already have the basic tools capabilities of Coveair, and fundamentally by, implementing additional tools integration for things like you mentioned Jenkins and Puppet and so on, we can deliver a total DevOps solution very, very quickly without going through a total, get rid of all your current tools and get on with new tools. So we don't try to do that.
Alrighty. So how is your market traction?
Market track, first thing I want to tell you is we have just announced this product, but that our DevOps is an end-to-end complete life cycle proposition. And so not too many products will be able to claim that today.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, do you have a point tool or a platform?
Yes. The platform is the Coveir platform itself, right? And so combining Coveir, ALM, Coveir Omnibus, and our workflow engine and the database and so on, that's what consists of the platform. And then through this platform, we orchestrate all other tools, performance and behavior and tracking, and the automation to come up with our solution.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, why will a customer use Coveir?
Why will the customer use Coveir?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Couple of reasons. So first of all, as I said, this is a one-stop solution. It's very simple to implement, few integrations, and it at the end becomes very cost-effective as well as time frame efficient.
Generally DevOps is seen as a cultural shift. So how are you facilitating that for your customers, and how are you helping them change their culture?
So we try to gear the solution towards adopting DevOps without too much change in the organization development, strategy, right? Yes, you need inputs coming into your development through either Agile or through, tools like ServiceNow or Remedy, whatever, where customers are inputting all the development changes that they need. So basically, if a company is following this as part of their requirements management or any requirements management tool, we're not trying to change that culture at all. All we are trying to do is saying, okay, once you do all that, how are you doing your releases, your deployment, and all those kinds of things? And that does not require a lot of culture change.
Now, does Coveir help on the operation execution side?
Absolutely. So, this is part of the implementation process that we can go through. And our main role is to facilitate all of the configurations for the integrations that are required, all the training, and we can work on this through our own people or through service partners. So yes, we're talking about a turnkey solution if people come to Coveir to, and select our solution.
All right. Now, as to the cloud, does Coveir support the cloud?
Yes, we realize that it's a very important value proposition these days. The answer is absolutely yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, on containers and virtualization, is there support for that with Coveir?
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm. So, what is your business model?
It's a user-based licensing model, perpetual or subscription licenses for a turnkey solution directly through us or through a service provider. So we are very flexible in our business model. Whatever suits a customer, name licenses, concurrent licenses, on the cloud. It really depends on what the customer wants, and I think we're generally able to support that.
Alrighty. Now, how are you helping customers migrate to a different DevOps maturity level?
Okay, so migration has, couple of components to it, right? But if you look at it from just you say, okay, I'm using such and such tool, but for our DevOps solution, we have to change a couple of these tools, right? Coveir has a product called QuickSync, and that is primarily focused on migration of data from one tool to the other, right? We've done that for some very, very large customers in terms of millions of records, and we're capable of doing that very efficiently with very, very low error rates, hardly any error rate. So that is the strategy that we would use for migrating any customer, existing database or data from one tool to the other.
I see. Now, where can our audience get more information on the Coveir integrated DevOps solution?
Yeah, the best thing to do is to go to our website, www.covair.com.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a separate segment as on the very first, page of the website, or the main page, where we're listing few products, and DevOps is one of them. And they have to click on that and get all the basic information and some of the presentation slides and flows of our DevOps, the way it works,
mm-hmm.
and so on. And there's other literature on that site.
Okay. Well, Bipin, I certainly...
Call, Covair's email, sales@covair.com.
Great. Okay, well, hey, Bipin, I appreciate you joining us here today, and wish you the best of luck over there at Covair with your integrated DevOps solution.
Well, thank you, Michael. Nice, as I said, to talk to you again. Look forward to doing this in the future.
Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to log on to the OutlookSeries site for your business and technology news.